When I say I had a blind date with a bookstore that took me totally out of my comfort zone, I did. I drove over an hour to film in front of a room full of strangers and purchase books that I never would have even glanced at before and ate at a restaurant that I'd never even heard of. And guess what? Not only did I survive, I didn't want to leave. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and this is me living out loud, unapologetically, of course. The second stop on my summer bookstore crawl was the Bookbird, located in Avondale Estates. And like I said in the beginning, the Bookbird is about an hour away from my house. So if you know me, you know I like to stay within a 10 to 15 mile radius of where I live. I have everything I need over here on this side of town. So for me to drive out all the way out to Avondale Estates was me going totally out of my comfort zone. But we're trying new things in this new chapter. And living out loud means getting outside of your comfort zone, because comfort is sometimes complacency. So in order to experience something new, you got to go somewhere new. We're going to keep that in mind. That being said, the Bookbird did not disappoint. As soon as I stepped through the door, I knew I was in my happy place. Now, the Bookbird is a lot bigger than Book Love, a lot bigger and a lot busier. There were people everywhere. But the first thing I noticed was the whimsical decor and the comfy seating. There was a window bench that was real long. Several people could sit there at a time. And there were like people sitting there having conversations. Then you had a nice comfy leather couch. You had long tables where people were doing work on laptops. You had little tables where people were drinking coffee and eating food. You had a bar. They served wine, coffee, all kinds of cute, cozy drinks, as well as food, like I said. And then they had a lot of little book nooks and comfy little seating. So I got in, walked around, looked at everything, picked me up some books, got me a hot cup of coffee, and got in a book nook and lost track of time. I mean, it was a total vibe. There were people everywhere and it was moving, but it never got too crowded. The people that were there working were very helpful and knowledgeable, which is always important to me in a bookstore. Do you know what you're talking about? Do you know about the different genres? The different authors? They have featured authors, especially local authors, that come in and read. They have a poetry night, spoken word, open mic. They have book clubs, which is obviously a thing now with a lot of bookstores. Here I am trying to start my own book club, and I could just go visit a bookstore and join theirs. Anyway, honey, I lost track of time. What was supposed to be an hour or two turned into about 4 hours of me reading and looking through the different books and just reading the back of book jackets, just enjoying myself. It was a total vibe and I really enjoyed it. And like I said, it was well worth the ride. I left with 2 books from a genre that I don't normally get, and they were mystery books by an author named Frida McFadden. And the first book is The Housemaid, and then I got the sequel to The Housemaid, which is The Housemaid's Secret. Again, I stayed so long I almost forgot about brunch, but I left, drove about 15 minutes away to a restaurant called Marlowe's Tavern, and I had lunch. I had brunch, because I had what is their play on shrimp and grits, which was absolutely delicious. It was so good. And before that, I had hummus. I love hummus. And I had hummus with cucumbers and this divine pita bread. And again, totally out of my comfort zone. The only reason I heard of Marlowe's is because one of my students gave me a gift card to eat there for Teachers Appreciation. So shout out to Ariel. Lunch was on you. Thank you. Love you. But again, Marlowe's was real chill, kind of like a sports bar vibe. But again, the food was top tier. It was really, really good. Nice little eclectic group of people there, and I really enjoyed. The service was wonderful, and I really enjoyed myself. I took the hour drive back home feeling empowered and courageous because I tried something new. I stepped outside of my comfort zone, and that's what this chapter of my life is all about. Stepping out of my comfort zone. You can't do something new unless you try something new. You can't change your life unless you change your life and do things differently. And so I want to encourage anyone, especially my 40 plus, 50 plus, 60 plus. If you're in a new chapter in your life or you want to try some new things, experience some new things, don't wait for someone else to do it with you. Make the decision and go solo. There's nothing wrong with going solo. That way you don't have to wait until someone else wants to do it. You can do it by yourself. So again, if you want to come along on this journey with me, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Encourage me. A girl is a little scary. Sometimes I'm a little afraid to jump. I like being in my comfort zone, but comfort is complacency. And this chapter, again, is all about trying something new. I'll see you in the next video at the next bookstore. And until then, always remember to live out loud, unapologetically, of course.